Hey guys, don't make fun of what I got rigged up here. It's just some country boy stuff. I've got a few things that I got to get for this stand. This is Tim Dixon's engine stand. I'm going to have him make him a little bracket here to hold the radiator, and I'll take him some measurements as far as about where that thing needs to be. That way it'll kind of give him something to go off of. And I'll let him make that part, and I'll get his gauges and toggle switches and stuff put in. I just hadn't had time to run out to Sweet. I need to go to Royal King, but it's a pretty decent little drive from me, and I just ain't had time to go. But I wanted to get this motor started so I could get on it this week through the evenings. I've got to get it pulled back off the stand, cleaned up, and resealed, like I've said in some of my prior videos. But Parameters Best bought this motor from a guy. Really didn't know nothing about it. He said it was a good motor. I've bought a lot of good motors that were not good motors. They were bad motors. So you never know if you can trust somebody or not. But I believe this to be a good motor. Now, when I first started playing with it, looking at it, this was a little concerning. Now, this is exactly how these plugs come out of this motor. 1, 8, 4, 3, 6, 5, 7, 2. Most of y'all know that's small block firing order. So, of course, 1, that'd be on the front driver's side. 8 on the rear passenger side. So there's 8, and you can see it's a Champion plug. All of them are AC Delcos, but 8 and 6 here. Now these two are broke as well, so I don't know what's up with that. I have no idea why it has those two broke spark plugs in it. This one, you can see, looks like it was it's alright, it's burning okay, maybe a little bit lean, but this one here was kind of oil fouled. So I'm not real sure why those two plugs are different from the rest of them. All these look like they were burning good, but like I said, these two in particular are broke, and they're Champions. So I don't know what was up with that. Maybe somebody just took two plugs out of this motor and swapped them out. Who knows? But that's a good indicator to look for if you're looking at an old motor. Look and see if they've been looking for a miss. If it's got mismatched plugs or something, it's a possibility they've been looking for a miss. It don't necessarily mean that. Maybe they had an old plug go bad, and you know, they had some laying around, just swapped one. But anyway, I'm gonna start the motor for you. It's a little bit loud, but anyway, so here you go. Like I said, the motor's a little bit loud, but I don't see any smoke. That's kind of what I was worried about with that one plug that was looked like it had oil all over it. I was worried about maybe the motor might smoke. It doesn't seem to be smoking. I don't hear any clicking, ticking, nothing like that. Now, I've got open headers, don't have any pipes on it, so that could be hiding some noises. But you know, if there was a rod knocking or, you know, a valve ticking, you should be able to hear it over those headers, especially with me sticking my head up next to the oil pan, next to the valve covers. I believe the motor's good. So of course, you never know. We get it in there, get some pipes on it, might make a little racket, but I don't believe so. I think it's good to go. So anyway, get in here tomorrow evening, get this took back off the stand, take all this junk back off of it, all the front assembly, carburetor, distributor, everything, headers, starter. Like I said, get it back off the stand, spray it down with some Super Clean. I'll have to go buy some more Super Clean. There's a couple of places I can stop on the way home and get that, and get the motor cleaned up, get it painted. I'm gonna use the intake off of the motor that's in Billy James, but just because it doesn't have all this junk on it. But anyway, other than that, I'm gonna use everything on the motor. This is the front assembly off Billy James. I'm gonna knock that old dirt dauber's nest off. They've evidently built that since he got the truck back. But might use his valve covers unless he likes this big long oil fill neck. It could be handy. This motor probably came out of a van, having this oil fill tube. I'm sorry, it's been a long day, but I would say that probably came out of a van, or at least the valve covers. But I don't know. Could have been a truck. The motor comes back as a 79 350. kind of a low horse motor. It sounds like it may have a little cam. I'm not real sure. I'm sure that's not timed exactly right. Just a few little things that I'm going to have to do to straighten it out. Like I said, I just sort of threw it on here. I just wanted to start it, make sure it was good before we started throwing $300 worth of gaskets and seals and, you know, all that junk at it. And of course, painting it. It's going to be a lot of work. But anyways, there it is. Stay tuned. Hopefully this week I will upload some videos of me getting this thing cleaned up and painted and getting it in the truck. I'm so ready to have that truck running for PIB'S Best. I'm ready to get it out of my garage, and I'm ready to get it back into his and let him enjoy it. That way I can get back on this thing. You can see the storm tore my cover all to pieces, so got to get that truck back in the garage, get it together. Motor and transmission's in that truck. It's in there, it's bolted up, the motor mounts, the transmission mount, everything. I've got to get the drive shaft put in, and got to go get a baster joint for it. And so they had the wrong universal joint in it. But anyway, a long story on that one, but I'll get it straightened out. But I'm tickled for PIB'S Best. I'm really glad this motor worked out. Like I said, I'll get back to this engine stand. I've got to go get some parts and pieces for it. I just ain't had time. I've been so busy. But I'll take all this junk back off, all these old junky wires, and I'll fix this up good for Tim Dixon, and maybe take him a measurement and let him build him something for a radiator here, and get this thing back to him. I appreciate him letting me use it. But all right, guys, y'all have good, and it's like 7 o'clock. I got to be up at 2:30 in the morning, so I got to get this thing took back apart, get the radiator and stuff off, get it back in the garage, get in here and get a shower, and get in the bed. I'll catch you on the next one.